отставь. Пора, пошли. Нет?
Нет, нет, мою книгу, ты что? Эй,
Пошли.
эй! Что делать?
Давай!
Эй, что делать?
Flash forward.
Я все. Это что?
Move along, peasants. You will only plow half this field, and you have to be complete by sundown.
Honestly, sire, I have been working without a rest, and I am trying my best. I cannot feel my arms or my limbs, and my throat is as dry as the desert.
I don't care. You depend on me. Without me, you are nothing. I am bigger and stronger than you. No food for you until you finish this field.
I can't live like this. The conditions that they put us in are just horrendous. Plus, they have even less respect for us Christians.
Horrendous. More like disastrous. Talk about you Christians. What about us Jews? 2 of my brothers have died working for that monster Shrevnov. He only cares about the wealth that he gains, not the people that provided for him.
See, this place that we live in is a prison. We cannot live in the feudal system anymore. I cannot believe we are the last European nation to be living in this barbaric social structure. There must be a way where we can all live in equality.
I believe there is. Have you guys ever heard of Karl Marx? Ah, Plekhanov has finally showed up. Now the meeting can begin. Now, since we have a new face, let us all get our names. I, of course, am Vladimir Lenin.
And I am Grigory Plekhanov.
And lastly, I am Martov.
Now we may begin. I have gathered you here today for one reason: belief. Now we all know that our current crap-hole administration is not working for us, and we all know why.
How can people love a government that does not care for the people? Of course we cannot stand for it.
Yes, we all comprehend the situation. Rebellion of the lower class shall pass. Oppression of the Christians and the Jews shall not last.
Settle down. We are here to solve the issue, not argue our current situation. Now, the Marxists that we are, we need the recognition of the class struggle that we face every single day. We want public ownership for everyone, but how do we convey that message indirectly, without any liability?
How about we start our own little newspaper? We have legitimate news and our own little twist to it. Kind of like a Marxist news hour.
Yes.
Yes, we will attract the other radicals by being the only ones speaking out against this terrible nation. We will bring in the other rebels, and we will overthrow the government slowly.
Beautiful idea, but what shall we call this newspaper?
How about we call it the Iskra? Seems like we are sparking a movement. People, you must understand history. It cannot be done. What Lenin is proposing, it will lead to failure. From a Tsarist administration, we must reform into democracy and adopt capitalism. Only after a period of time, we may go into socialism. There is no other way.
Listen up, people. We are not promising success, but reform. As Leon Trotsky has proven to us, this skip is possible. We as the Russian people are strong enough to do something that has never been done. A world revolution. We will become world-renowned.
I believe in the socialist revolution as much as Marx himself, gentlemen. Lenin and I agree on this. The path is what matters. I am proposing a foolproof plan. The steps are set in stone. Any other attempts will lead to failure. Take the time for the better result.
I honor Marx. He is a genius and there is no doubting that. But if there is a better plan, we must act upon that plan. I too used to believe in the old ways, but I was enlightened by Trotsky's ideas. It is a smarter, better, more efficient version of the brilliance that Marx has bestowed upon us. Why go through individual property ownership when you can go to the freedom of equal ownership right away? Join me! I can't believe this Tsar's bastard. Him and the Duma are getting nothing done for the war effort.
It's not that they're getting nothing done, it's what they're attempting to do. It's hurting the people. We do not want to be part of this war.
Exactly. The war is hurting the economy, which in turn affects the workers. The wages are at an all-time low.
I cannot believe that Nicholas would be this stupid to print out millions of dollars for this war. My family has been living off rations for 2 months now.
I haven't had a decent meal in almost a year. The inflation is causing the farmers to harvest for themselves, since selling is getting them a minimal profit.
I would do the same if I were them, but I'm not. This affects me as much as it does to everyone else. I cannot stand this anymore. We simply cannot go through this anymore.
I heard about this organization, the Petrograd Soviet. They're a community of workers that talk about reform and revolution. I've been thinking about joining for a while, and during this time of turmoil, we really need to pick sides.
I agree with you. This has gone off long enough. For the betterment of the country, we must act. Maybe this Petrograd society will help us become something great.
Men, you need to reconcile. I know that you Mensheviks and Bolsheviks have your differences, but this should not matter.
Why should we work together? The plan of the Bolsheviks will not work! Yeah!
It is still too early to talk about this. We have one plan ahead of us, and that is to overthrow the Tsar. That is something we can agree on.
Whoa, even in this goddamn war, the people don't want it and it's doing horrors to our economy.
Yeah, why should we be placed in another unnecessary war? You remember the war with the Japanese of 1905? That was a costly one. My father and my uncle died to the famine following that.
You see, we must all agree on the common goal for this nation. We must overthrow the Tsar and replace the government with a socialist path while we discuss the route that Russia must take. Who's with me?
Come on, men. Keep your guard up and watch out for the King's Guards.
Yeah, let's get them.
Tsar, there are rioters in the city, and the militia's getting closer to the castle. What shall we do?
What? Are you serious?
Again?
Screw this.
What do you mean, sire?
You know what? I'm abdicating my throne. Let the people do whatever the hell they want to do.
Gentlemen, we have seen the attempts and projects on the provisional government, and we have seen no improvement in the life of the workers. We are still in this war, and nothing has been done to get us out. The solution to this problem is here with me right now. Please give a round of applause to Tavrish Lynn.
It's good to be back, my friends. In the time that I have been gone, there has been some change, but it has been minimal. We have abdicated Tsar Nicholas, but what we have in place of him is doing no better.
Oh yeah? Well, what plan do you have that is better? We're already beginning to like the provisional government.
That is why I am here. We cannot side with the current system. I urge no support for it since all of its claims are false. We are now passing through the first stage of revolution, which is giving power to the bourgeois, but we cannot stop there.
Now, where will this plan lead us?
The next step will be to place the power in the hands of the poorest, which is the majority. Under me, there will be no distinction between the classes. No official salary will exceed that of a competent worker.
What do you plan to do with the officials, huh? And how do you propose to distribute the land equally?
We will get rid of officials like the police and the bureaucracy, and we will nationalize land distribution.
So what must we do to achieve this?
It is quite simple. We must align ourselves with the rest of the radical socialists and riot the streets to gain supporters. Then, when the time is right, we shall strike and the government will fall. And out of the ashes will rise a new socialist nation. The provisional government must fall! Burn this city to the ground! Yeah!
Ah, pa, pa, pa.
Ha! Sirs, There are rioters in the streets of Petrograd. They're destroying buildings and starting fires. Lenin's with them.
We must stop this. It cannot go any further. Kerensky, something must be done.
Lenin? This must be the work of the Bolsheviks. Lvov, tell the soldiers something must be done at once.
Конечно, товарищ.
This is mutiny. This is a shame. The ministers have resigned. People want change.
Something has to be done, people. We have to change.
Change starts from the top. You must resign as Prime Minister.
What? This is an outrage. Who do you expect to fill my position?
How about me? Any objections? No? Then it's settled. This will be a socialist, revolutionary government.
Comrade Kerensky, sir, I have great news.
What is it, Minister?
Well, as you know, our government is very weak. There has been talk, sir.
Talks of what, Minister?
Talk of that Lavrov Kornilov, our commander-in-chief, is planning to flip you on your belly and become the military dictator of this republic.
I have heard of this plot, but I have a plan. You know how Kornilov is in opposition with the Bolsheviks, yes?
Yes, that's why I've been trying to tell you to keep a closer look on them.
The plan is to send Kornilov into Petrograd to arrest the Bolsheviks. Then I will fraudulently accuse him of being in alliance with the Bolsheviks.
That is a sinister plot indeed. But will it work in your favor?
Have faith, Minister. Now bring him to me.
I cannot believe this! Kerensky has arrested Kornilov, our commander!
Yeah, this is utter bullcrap, man.
I know, man. The government is so stupid. Why they gotta do it to the soldiers, man?
I don't know, man, but they can't be trusted, that's for sure.
Yeah, totally. We will make Kerensky look bad with the people and make them Bolsheviks look like saviors. Did you know Kerensky gave those Bolshevik guns?
Yeah, dude, what a bunch of stupid. We should boycott Kerensky or something, man.
Nah, man, I'm too tired. Maybe tomorrow.
Alright, dude.
Alright, man! It is time to take over the provisional government. We must take control of the bridges that cross over the Never River. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir!
Sir, what about Tavarish Lenin? Will he be helping us in the takeover of the provisional government?
Don't worry. He will join us over the bridges for the takeover of the post office and the train stations later tonight. Do not worry, gentlemen. This night will be ours to remember.
Alright, men, let's take over the bridge. Yeah!
Yeah!
Good evening, Tavarish Lenin. We have secured all the bridges except the ones that lead up to the palace.
Very good, Trotsky. Now, you must take over the general train stations and the post office. Understood, Tavarish Lenin!
Tavarish Lenin, we have captured the general post office and the train stations. We have also captured the power plant and the main government buildings.
Very good, gentlemen. After we have taken all the points of interest, we will announce our victory to the people. This country will finally go under the communist rule like it was destined to.
Hurrah! Man, I can't believe this is happening. Communism is taking over. Can't believe this. I have to go tell people my side of the story now.
Himself, gentlemen. Lenin and I agree on this. This path is done. The steps are what matters.
Damn it, that comes last.
Just read it one more time.
I forgot. No.
I can't live like this. The conditions that we're put in are just horrendous. Plus, I have even less respect for us Christians.
Horrendous. Try like more disastrous. Talking about you Christians? What about us Jews? 2 of my brothers have died working for that monster Strebnov.
He only cares about people.
No, I remember it.
I was doing so well.
No, it's recording?
Yeah. For themselves, since selling is getting them a minimal profit.
Sir, there are riots in the street. What shall we do? Sir, there are riots in the streets. What shall we do?
Who are you looking at?
I don't know.
You know what? Let the bill.
That's gold. That's blooper gold. Go. We're gonna be like this. Ear to ear.
I'm recording this.
No, you're not.
Good.
Like, burn this thing to the ground.
This is mutiny. This is a shame. All of the prime ministers have resigned. No, it's not. It's just the ministers, isn't it? Except for one prime minister. This is mutiny. This is a shame. All the ministers have resigned. People want change.
People, we have to change.
And change starts from the top. You must resign as prime minister.
How about you? You're talking to him there.
I know that.
I cannot believe this. Kerensky has arrested Kornilov, our captain.
Captain.
Why should we be placed in another unnecessary war?
Yeah!
Remember that war with the...
The next step will be to place the hands. Oh wait, not place the hands.
Say what? Yeah! Remember the war with the Japanese and that was a costly one, damn it!
So what needs to be there?
Good evening, Tavrish Lenin. We have secured...
Nope.
Good evening, Tavarish. We have secured all the bridges except the one...
Shut up! God!
What the heck?
Andres, you're too soft.
Good evening, Tavarish. We have secured all the bridges except the ones that lead up to the palace.
Very good, Trotsky. Now you must take over this.
Damn it, Ilya!
You just broke it.
No.
Oh.
Good evening, Tavarish Lenin. We have secured all the bridges except the ones that lead...
Damn it! Go!
Good evening, Tavarish Lenin. We have secured all the bridges except the ones that lead up to the palace.
Damn it, Ilya!